Hello everybody and welcome back. So glad to have you here with us and thank you so much for clicking on the video. My name is Joel and this is A Stable Life. It's so good to have you guys back with us. It is an absolutely beautiful day. In fact, today is going to be the nicest weather that we have had for the entire calendar year of 2024 to this point. We're talking mid-70s, sunny, no wind, perfect weather. We are feeding horses and today is manure day. We're here a little early because today's a big day. So Gavin will be joining us probably in about 40 minutes, give or take. We're gonna get started by grabbing all the muck buckets and pulling them out into the aisleways. This will be a nice job Gavin doesn't have to work on today. I'm sure he'll be happy about that. Today's gonna be a big day. We're planning to take full advantage of the weather that we have today. And it all starts with us getting these muck buckets out, getting hay in the stalls, and getting things ready to get the horses in. Then we can get started checking on the horses, including an update on Ava. Declan's is always the most dirty, so usually dump everything into Declan's. Okay, that's the west wing. Now let's get to central. Central does include the mares, which means we're probably gonna have a bit bigger muck buckets. Or should I say fuller? Oh, just another reason to love honey. Barely nothing in there. That is an example of my northeastern Pennsylvania speak. The proper way to say that was barely anything in there. Alrighty, that's central. Now we can move on over to north. The northern wing is the largest wing, comprising of the most horses. Let's see what we got. Curiously enough, even though it's home to the most horses, all of the horses in the northern wing don't actually go in their stalls that much. So, kind of equals out, which is pretty good. Now that we have manure done, we're gonna get started measuring out, which is where I wanna show you guys the new bench. We've already gotten a couple of stools that were donated by a Stable Life viewer. Thank you very much. But now we have a pretty cool bench in here, which is actually pretty comfortable. This isn't the permanent place for it. This is just where it is now. For our longtime viewers, you guys know, we're gonna be putting in shelves here, and all of these medicines are gonna go on the shelves, opening up this little space in here, which is where the seating is going to be. Exciting times and exciting stuff. However, we need to see some horses. Let's see some horses. Ava. Hey, good morning, Ava. Good morning. Well, good morning, Ava. Yay, beautiful. Yeah. As you guys can see, Ava's doing great. Come on, princess. Here she is. And you can see, got a nice breakaway halter on. Looking good. Look at her lips, she's all excited. She's ready for her morning feed. There you go, princess. Beautiful. Yeah, aren't you just gorgeous? I love her so much already. She's so sweet. Are you ready, honey? Yeah, let's get you on in for some morning feed. Yeah, hey girl. You know, it's actually, I'm getting the hang of saying hey girl instead of hey boys. It's kind of nice, I like it. Oh, look, Ava's so excited to see honey. Let's make sure honey goes in her stall. Oh, good girl, honey. Look how excited Ava is. Okay, now we've got Sarah and Bella coming in next. I'm gonna grab Sarah, because Bella's pretty much got it down. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. And we're going. By the way, Gavin said he's on his way, but he got caught in traffic, so he's gonna be a little delayed today. Don't worry, he's still coming. Good girl, Sarah. And good girl, Bella. What's up, George? Good morning, brother. Hey, champ. Good on in, buddy. Good morning, good to see you. Come on, boys! Come on, boys! Let's go! Time to eat! Buster and Rocky get it. Come on, boys! Let's go! Rebel, Jack, and Diego are like, nah, we're good. Come on, Scoots. We're not waiting for him. We're gonna let in the big field. Let's go. Come on, Pop, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Gonna go close Champ and George's stall door. They were good, they get their food. I mean, I can't blame them, you know, they got a whole all-you-can-eat buffet out there. That grain, it just hits different, doesn't it? At least I think it does. Morning, Spitfire. Good morning, Declan. Good morning, Danny. Hey, what's up, Poncho? Hey Archer. Hey Sriracha. Hey Tucker. Skywalker, looking beautiful. Danny. Where's that Poe? Oh, Poe. Welcome to join us. Hey Swade. Hey Weather. Hey Obi. Hey Gavin. Hey Samson. Casino. Argento. Come on Argento. Must have missed Poe or Danny. Good morning Danny. Oh, Poe. Welcome to join us. One or the other. Come along, you. In your stall you go. All right, let's see if the other three are back at the door. Well, hello, Rebel. Hello, Jack. Hello, Diego. Nice of you three to join us. Number 23, number 24, and number 25 is getting a drink. Boop, 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 boop. Diego's drinking. Ready to come on in? Yeah, come on. I'm gonna let him see his surroundings because he seems to be a little worked up right now. See, everything's okay. Everything's all right. Yeah, it's okay, see? Nice and easy. Right in. There you go. Good boy, Diego. I think he's honestly gonna take the longest to integrate. I touched on it a little bit. Honey is fully integrated into the herd, and even Sarah and Bella are almost fully integrated, which is awesome. I think Ava's gonna integrate pretty quickly, so my guess and assumption is that Diego is probably gonna take the longest. Gavin, good morning. It is so good to see you. How are you this morning?
Doing good.
Good. Happy to see it. Happy to hear it. Got the Powerade. Are you excited for the nicest day of 2024 to this point?
Yes.
Good. That's what we like to hear. We got a big day. And with Jack's stall door closing, that's horse number 25. We have a completely full barn. Have you seen Ava yet?
No.
You want to see Ava? Come on. This is Ava. She's got one white sock on her back left leg. A little smaller, quarter horse. And I was a little incorrect with how you pronounce her name. Remember I said E-U-A? It is E-W-A, and it is pronounced Ava. So that is how that's pronounced. It is Ava, but it is a W, not a U. Yeah. Now that we got all the horses in, and Gavin's here, we got the four-wheeler up and running. He's taking me down to my tractor so that I can work on moving some hay around, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Also, we'll finally be able to show you guys what the pile looks like. The pile was out to over here. We have from this section, and of course you guys remember it being all the way out there, all cleaned up to right here. We just have the main pile left to do. I don't know if we're gonna get to that at all today because we are gonna be doing a big project, but I need my tractor, so down we go. Whee! Ooh, a little slippery, but we made it. Thanks, Gavin. All right, so the plan for hay today is going to be taking that round bale right there and putting it in the big fields covered feeder. And there's a round bale over there that I put out that the horses haven't touched because the grass is growing. So we're gonna grab that one and we're gonna put it in the middle fields feeder. So we're not actually getting any new bales today. We're just moving the ones we've moved already into different places so the horses can use them most efficiently. I just love seeing a whole bunch of machines all working on the stable. It's awesome. So I'm thinking based on how things look for that manure pile, I just need one more good day and then we'll have that pile all wrapped up, which is a big job that is done for the year, and that is awesome. So a lot of you may remember me and Pete putting this bale out. The horses ate a little bit of it, but when you've got fresh green spring grass, you're gonna take that over a round bale any day of the week, unless it's a fresh round bale, of course. It's in amazing mint condition, but we've got rain coming, so we're gonna grab this bale, move it. Now I don't have any net wrap on it, which means that a lot of it might fall apart, so we're gonna try to be careful with it. Coming in from this side, just a little bit of a tight fit. Not surprisingly, the middle field is actually eating more hay than the big field, but that's because the middle field is a hay-only pasture. There's not any grass in this pasture. And that's the whole purpose of this pasture is actually, I've talked about that in a couple videos, but we want the horses to have a good amount of fiber in their diet. So it's good to have a pasture where the horses really get a high amount of hay, because when spring grass hits, that's when you can potentially have a lot of colic with your horses. But anyway, now that's good for the middle field. We're just gonna move the bale in the big field, and then hay is good for today. Awesome. nice about these bale spikes is they're just so good at just wrapping around bales. Got it under cover. Now the rain can come and our hay will stay nice and dry. Believe it or not, that's it. That's all I need to do. The horses are completely switching to grass. And with all the sunlight we're getting today and the rain we're getting the next couple days, it's gonna explode. Let's head on back to the stable and get started with daily care. Now with daily care, we just have a few things here and there that we gotta work on, and they require us to get gloved up. So we're gonna go start with Samson. Now some of you may know, some of you may not. I actually am not familiar if I talked about this yet on the channel. I have an update for you guys in regards to Samson. Now, some of you may remember Samson had got a carcinoma in his right eye. Hey, Spyfire. Oh, there's Daniel down there spreading fertilizer in the cow pasture. And that carcinoma had to get treated. He actually had to get taken and had surgery performed on his eye, and it ended up being great. But we got some bad news. It looks like Samson has developed the exact same thing on his left eye now. So we are in the middle of actively treating it, and that means that we are putting a special medicine in his left eye, and it also means that we are putting a special UV protectant fly mask similar to what Champ's wearing on Samson's eyes, so that he doesn't have an issue. And just so you are aware, this is apparently something that is very common on the Belgian breed of horses. Okay, we'll put this on. Whoa, almost stepped on my foot, dude. Well, let's get that forelock out. It's funny how many things are so closely named on horses. This is the forelock right here, this little tuft of hair. And this down here is the fetlock in this area here. Sometimes I confuse the two, even though they're completely different things. Anyway, all of these guys are pretty much good. We're still in that interim period where we don't really have to do any fly care. And that's a big reason why we also get rid of that giant pile of manure. As you guys can imagine, the amount of flies that that pile of manure would generate if it were left is insane. So that's a big reason why we don't have a huge fly issue here, among other fly control measures. Okay, yeah, everything's looking pretty good. All I have to do is put on Champ's fly mask, or eye mask in his case. What's up, buddy? Okay. And forelock. Good. Okay, and it looks like George's owner, little early. There's really no flies at all, but hey, George. Ooh, this thing's just leak-proof technology. Yep, good stuff. This thing's leaking crazy. Oh my gosh. Well, I will just coat his tail in fly spray, because that is what a tail is for on horses, keeping those flies off. Tails are actually really cool. I never really talk about them on horses, but they're really awesome. They're designed to keep flies off of their entire back half of the section, and horses can get really good. They can get underneath their belly, up on top of their back, and all their sides with their tails. So it's really a good idea to have a nice long tail on your horse and to brush it, so that way it doesn't get knotted. That way, as he is flapping around, he's got a good fly protection on his back. And manes are actually really good at doing fly protection on their necks. They can do this thing where they go back and forth really quick, and the hair kind of flies all over, and it gets all the flies off their front. And then their midsection right here, they can actually move. They can actively move this skin here. They can make it. I don't know if I can. Every time I try to do it, it doesn't work. If I try to imitate a fly, no, he doesn't care. I'll try to get that on camera one of these times. But so they have fly protection so long as their mane is left unbraided, their tail is left unbraided. They have fly protection from front to back, which is pretty cool. Now they can still get overwhelmed. You know, flies can still get into their eyes and their ears. So we do a little bit to combat those two things. Right now there is no flies, which is cool. Today they're probably all waking up and getting started, but we don't have any, nor will we have any today. Okay, and looks like Archer got a little bit of rain rot on his back legs. This is where Ban-X comes in handy. And rain rot, as I've mentioned, is basically scratches. Is it not in here? Ban-X shampoo. Probably not what we're talking about though, right? Okay, I gotta get some Ban-X. I found it! So exciting. So if it's on the back up here, you can see he's got some mud here, then it's rain rot. If he's got it down here on his back legs, then it's scratches. Just a friendly little tip for you. And Ban-X is awesome at getting rid of those scratches. He probably developed it because he chose to stand outside the whole time instead of undercover, even though we kept them in those little periods where we had them out. You know, horses are horses. Some of them just, you know, they don't care. Archer's one of them. Excuse me, Archer. Thank you, buddy. Just want to highlight how much Archer respects people when he's in his stall. He totally could have ran right through and out, but he didn't. He chose to stand there and be patient because he knew it wasn't time for him to go, and he waited for me to get out. Even though when I let him out in a few minutes, he is going to bolt because he knows he's good to go. He knew right then and there that wasn't a good time, and that's the difference between a horse that respects people and one that doesn't. One that doesn't is the dangerous one. Okay, that's daily care. Sweet. Well guys, we're actively turning out the horses, and Gavin's in here pulling manure out. We're just gonna get a few horses turned out here. We're gonna do Poe, Bella, Sarah, Poncho, and Honey. There you go, boys. That's the last for the big field. Normally I'd close the gate, but I'm going to leave it open. Look at this, guys. Look at them all grazing. Wow. Awesome. There you go, Casino. See Rebel peeking his head around the corner? There you go, Fire. Here you are, Sky. Argento. And Obi. Yeah, this group goes out quick. They all know right where they're going. Good girl. Awesome. Now we're gonna head on down here, open up this gate, and then Ava's got access to not only the left run, but the lower ring as well. There you go, girl. Buster, Rocky. Well, that was smooth. Woo, it's bright out here, eh, Scoots? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna clean up the barn. Now you guys know how I get those first person views, because a baseball cap, it ain't strong enough to hold the camera. So the big job is that because of the rain coming up and the nice weather that we have, it is time to fertilize. You guys saw in our most recent video, Daniel was out there fertilizing wheat while I was spreading manure. I kind of mentioned and talked about why we're not using horse manure on our hay fields. So if you have that as a question, make sure you check out that video to get the answer. So there's the tractor and the spreader. Well, we need to spread fertilizer on our own hay farm as well so that the horses get a good hay crop this year. The hay crop that we got last year was not fertilized and it was past prime. So we had a couple issues feeding it. It was also a little bit dry. This year, won't have that problem. And I'm excited to see how much we get. But we currently don't have any fertilizer and we've got about an hour. So we're gonna get started on spread manure because that's a job that continually needs to get done. And that is a job that won't get done with idle hands. There you go. Whew, it's a little warm in here. So we will either be spreading manure or spreading fertilizer. Regardless, we're gonna get the fertilizer filmed for you guys because that's gonna be something that's a bit new, a bit different. So that's what we're gonna be aiming for this afternoon, and that's exciting. We'll see what the afternoon holds for us. Now we just need to get on the road. Really gives you an idea of just how much manure there is to spread by how many days it's taken me to do it. And see how big that spreader is. It's crazy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the air conditioning on. We already vented all the heat out of here. It feels weird to turn the AC on because it's been cold so much, and that it's the first nice day. You kind of don't want to, but these tractor caps, woo! They get warm. You're surrounded by glass on all sides, and anybody that's sat next to a window on a sunny day recognizes just how much heat can come in. And you got the tractor heat blowing on you from the front, from the engine, and the sun coming in on you from all sides. It gets warm in here quick, so air conditioning is essential if you have a cab tractor. If your air conditioning's not working, it's almost better for you to not even have a tractor cab. That's why on hot summer days, if it's between using my tractor or the 130 that doesn't have working air conditioning, I'll take my tractor every day of the week. Just a good sun hat, some water, and sunscreen. Guarantee it, it's better. But what's what's our time? 11:20. Honestly, I think time-wise, we're only gonna have enough time to do one load of manure. But it's all right. They don't plan on spreading any manure today or tomorrow, so I can leave the 120 down by the manure pile, which is nice. Make it ready for me. Look who caught up to us. Gavin's gonna give me a ride back up to the stable so I can get my tractor. Nice. So I come to find out that the battery died right after I set it up on the manure spreader, and I got in the cab, so I didn't hear the camera beep, and I just started spreading because I thought it was recording. So it didn't record any of the manure spreading that I got. So, you know, that's funny. Oh well. But you guys have definitely seen a lot of manure spreading footage lately, so I'm not too upset about it. It is lunchtime, so we're gonna go in for lunch and figure out what the plan is for the afternoon. Let's see what we got. What's for lunch, Daniel?
Hot sausage.
Let's see a bite. Perfect. Thank you, Daniel. So the 110 doesn't really have the buddy seat, so I'm kind of out here. Daniel's gonna teach me how to spread. So we're going to go spread hay ground right now. Exciting stuff. It's nice to know the new car set's still in here. I'll go do the thing you taught me, Daniel. I got this.
You got this?
So I'm told the spreader works by ground drive instead of PTO. So I gotta make sure that this goes down. Probably didn't go on the chain. No, it didn't. Don't worry, Daniel, I got this. There we go. We did it. Now we take this up over rookie numbers, but we got it.
That's what stops it, so you can turn it off at the end.
Okay.
That piece sticks out and it catches this piece of metal.
Okay.
So the hydraulics, you can pull this forward so it lets it go, and then it'll catch onto it, and then it runs your belt.
Oh, okay.
And then when you put your hydraulics on, it stops it.
Oh, cool.
So if you are driving and it just keeps spinning and it won't stop, it's most likely that.
Most likely that. Okay.
Yeah. See, I put that spring on it.
Oh, because it was
not working.
Not working. In case you're curious, this is a rented spreader. This is not ours.
I have it set on this one.
Okay, on black. Okay.
And I have it set that you pull the lever back, it pushes the pin back.
Okay.
And you pull it forward, it pulls the pin forward.
Okay.
So right now,
so now it'll run the belt.
Yeah.
And then what is the PT? The PTO runs the spreader.
PTO just runs the spreader. What I do is I just put it
at 540.
540.
Okay, yeah, I see it running. So what do you recommend the overlap to be?
I try not to have much overlap.
Not much overlap, okay. So we are in the 110 now, different tractor, slightly different cab. Still got AC though, which is nice. What I said holds true with every cab, regardless of which tractor company you're using. So Daniel kind of gave me a quick how-to on spreading fertilizer, and it was very nice of him to do that because fertilizer is very expensive, and in case you're curious how we're doing it, this is a hay farm that we're leasing, so everything the stable is paying for. So I want to make sure that we're using the fertilizer efficiently. We're not, you know, over applying fertilizer. For one thing, it's expensive, so you don't want to do that because of just financially, it's very irresponsible. But for another thing, you have to be very careful with how you spread fertilizer. Too much, it's bad for the environment. It can run off the ground instead of going into the ground, and it can go into the streams. We don't want that. Too little, and then you don't have a good hay crop. So you have to have that balance in between. So the spreader, thankfully, is ground driven, which means that it spreads the exact rate needed based on how fast the tractor's driving. So I don't need to worry about the speed that I'm driving. It'll automatically adjust based on the tractor speed. I just got to make sure that my width is good. I'm not too close to each other, because then I could be over applying fertilizer, or too far, because then I could be under applying, and that's all on me. So we got to make sure that we do that right. And that was what Daniel was helping me to kind of learn and figure out. We're going to head over to the hay farm. It's my first time there this year, kind of getting started on, well, everything for the year. It's exciting. 2024 hay season starts with this. Here we go. Let's hope we get a strong hay season, guys. Hopping and hippity hopping down the road. There we go. If you go too fast, the tractor starts hopping. All right, guys, welcome to the hay farm. We got a lot of spreading to do. It all starts back here. So I got to move this thing just a bit above 3.5. that just stays there. Cool. That opens the gate in there. And then we got to pull this clip. Kind of put that up. Good. Then we turn the PTO on and let's get spreading, shall we? Crazy to think that I'm responsible for maintaining all of this, but it's also kind of cool. Down there is the wet ground. You guys may remember that from when I was rotary chopping with my tractor. Ooh, that was a little intense. I just ran out of fertilizer. I have not finished this field yet. I have like 2 passes left in this field, and then there's a section in the middle that I wasn't able to do yet. So I'm gonna head on back and talk with the guys and see what we wanna do and kind of go from there. All right, so the plan is he's going to take over because he's got a lot more fields that he needs to do, and I am going to spread those pieces that I wasn't able to tomorrow morning. So that means that we'll be fixing that in the next video. So that means we're back in the new tractor and we're spreading organic fertilizer. What's nice about this tractor is it's got USB ports to charge your phone. So I can actually use that to charge the camera. The camera's batteries, and it's also got Bluetooth. It's got all the niceties, all the modern things that, you know, your modern human just can't go without. It's kind of funny, this tractor shifts differently than the 110 because it's newer, so it's got a newer transmission, and even though it's dual command, which is, it's the same transmission, it's just newer. So the gear ratios are a little different, where the clutch lets in and out is a little different. And so when I went to the 110, I was all rusty, and now I'm getting back in this, and this just kind of clicks, so. So we're about to get started loading up the spreader. This time I'm gonna get some actual footage. But I have even more good news for you guys. A lot of you have been asking for drone footage, and for a lot of you who are veterans to the channel, who have been around for a long time, you'll note that we have some drone footage on the Stables channel, and that we actually even have a drone. Granted, mine is a lot older than the Veggie Boys drone. Well, I got some awesome news for you guys. In this video, we were able to get it up and running and actually able to get some drone footage for you. Our pilot and aerial photographer is Gavin. So we're gonna be able to do a pretty cool mashup. We're gonna show you some sky footage from the drone and some ground footage with the main camera. I hope you guys enjoy. Check it out, guys. We got a drone watching us. It's almost like we're like an official YouTube channel or something. How crazy is that? And Declan! Oh! All right, let's get rolling. guys up over here on the spreader so we can get a pretty cool shot. Let's head out to the fields. Going so well. Last thing I want is one of those large sticks to go right between those two beaters, get clogged, and then blow the either the bearing or the drive, and then knock the spreader out of commission. We don't want that. Sweet. Well guys, I think that's gonna be our last load for today, because I really need to get back and start feeding horses. It is 3:40. Hopefully tomorrow's the last day. We'll have all manure done. Time will tell though. For now, I'll see you guys back at the stable. Well, would you look at that? Afternoon feeding came and went. We had a couple people here that were washing their horses off. Temperature outside, what is it, Gavin? 76. Can you guys believe that? Near 80s. Do you remember last year it was 90 degrees when we went and got the new tractor?
No.
So do you think today was a fun day? Good day?
Today was a pretty good day, yeah.
Do you think that you got some good footage with the drone?
I hope so.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let us know if you want to see more of it. And if you want to encourage more crazy camera angles and cool stuff, you can support the channel. Just hit that subscribe button. And once you're subscribed, you can hit join. And that's a nice way to contribute and help see things improve here. Of course, if you want to. By no means do you have to. If you haven't,
leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it.
And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Wait, you gotta come back. We're doing a pause.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna be.
No, come on.
It's gonna be the end of the video. It's gonna be funny.
No, come on. We gotta do it.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny.
Okay, it is funny. It will stay in. But let's do a good one. So we got it. All right, ready? And we'll not even count down. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, let's go. Good clap.